This tiny change made a huge difference in how I plan my month. Let me show you what I did. Today I'm going to show you how I customize my Hobonichi Cousin to better support my ADHD brain and stay connected to my monthly goals. I love my Hobonichi. I love it and I'm super loyal to it. Love the feel of the paper. But something that's always been difficult for me is how far the monthly pages are from the daily pages. That might be something you relate to also. I was finding that I was forgetting that the monthly pages even existed. So today I'm just setting up my monthly to do something different with it. I put on a little bit of decoration, and then I have decided to use my calendar view just to do a little bit of monthly drawing exercises. I have a goal for myself to draw every day. And so I've used the monthly setup to give myself a space to just draw a little bit every day in those monthly squares. I don't use this page as my actual calendar, and I don't really need to because my family, my immediate family, and I share digital calendars with each other on our phones, and I hate writing things in multiple places. I feel like if I put them on my monthly, then I'm also going to have to copy them over onto my weekly, and I just don't want to take the time to do that, so I don't. Instead, we keep all of that stuff as digital. I need the reminders on my phone to tell me often multiple times when something is happening in 2 days, when something's happening that day, and so on. So now my monthly page here is pretty much set up. That's about what I do. I do go in and monthly I make a drawing challenge, and it has prompts for each day of that month. And so you can see here I've got for myself a little sticker insert, but there's also a free version of this where you can just cut it out and it's sized just for right there. Luckily, my stickers are removable because you can see I don't always position them correctly the first time. So now I've got the prompts all set up and the page all ready to go. Now I'm flipping over to the actual daily page section, which is where I do most of my work in my Hobonichi. And what I like to do is set up a cover page or section divider. And on this one, I didn't do it on the actual blank October page. I did it a few pages before because I didn't want to use a Monday, Tuesday. I used a Saturday and Sunday for this particular spread. If I'm sacrificing pages, I don't really do a lot of planning for Saturday and Sunday, so that worked great here. I've got several different sections all ready to go. So here I can put my goals and what specifically I want to happen this month and next month, and then any notes I think of. This is helpful for me because I need those goals to be front and center. And if I put them over by the monthly or even over in my weeklies, again, I just kind of forget that that stuff exists there. So this is sort of my hub. I'm using my Klena pen. I love that pen. This is my hub for putting my monthly overview of my to-do list. I get into more detail on these tasks as I'm planning for my upcoming weeks and days. But this is where I put a general overview of what is happening that month. So first I write in just my overall goals. And usually when I am thinking about the month ahead, I'm also thinking about what's going to be happening the following month as well. Sometimes that I get ahead of myself and I want to do all of the things. That's an ADHD brain thing for me anyway. I feel like I can overplan myself. And so this helps me narrow down what is going to be actually able to be done this month. And then I have a section to the right of where I'm writing right now. I've got this month, and then that has a few specific things that I want to work on. And then the one right below that in the smaller square is for next month. So as I'm thinking about what's going on, instead of piling everything that I think of onto this month, I sort of just do a little mini brain dump right there and say, this is what's going to happen next month. And this is helpful for me with my planning week to week as well, because When I'm setting up each weekly page, and the weeklies I generally use for time blocking. So when I'm setting up my weeklies, I will take what's on this dashboard and pull over elements into the weekly. So I'll look at my this month section and I'll see, for example, here I'm writing down which designs am I actually drawing this month and which things do I need to move forward in another way, like creating a image of it or something like that. So I get the concrete things in here, and then as I'm going to my weeklies, I reference the dashboard and find which elements of this I'm going to work on that week and pull it over. So this is sort of like the overview, and then the more detailed to do happens on the weekly and on the daily. So I start with the dashboard, I go to the weekly as I plan each week, and then once I get into the dailies, this dashboard lives by the dailies. So I can look at what's on the weekly, plan out my days, and also just have this dashboard right there so I can make sure as I'm thinking about what I'm going to do each day, I can reference what my goals were for the month right here. And do I always complete everything? No, definitely not. But it's nice to start out with getting it on paper, what I'm wanting to do anyway. Whether I complete them all or not doesn't matter so much. And I do, even with this process, I tend to overschedule myself. That happens. But at least here, it's not the problem of out of sight, out of mind. It's right here for me to reference back to it quickly as I'm going along and doing my dailies. So to recap, I keep my appointments digital because my family and I need to share them, and I need those actual reminders from my phone to know where I'm supposed to be and when. I turn the monthly calendar page into my creative space for drawing every day. I have a decorative monthly divider so that I can quickly see which month I'm at over by my daily pages. And then I have a goal dashboard right next to my monthly divider, which keeps my focus where it needs to be for that month without forgetting what I intended to do that month. I hope this was helpful for you. I love my Hobonichi, and it's okay sometimes to modify things just a little bit so that it fits what your life needs.